Let's go like this, Princess to catch him off guard. And it indeed does catch him off guard. He has nothing to reset the Princess. We can protect it, and we're going to be able to win this game because if he goes for the, what's it called, the bar barrel, he can't defend. Okay, nice, nice, nice.
Ooh, what's up, gamers? Currently, the #1 and #4 Clash Royale players in the world are using this log bait deck. Essentially, it's just classic log bait, but instead of Rocket, you have the Evo Dark Goblin. And I feel like over the last few seasons, we've seen log bait evolve away from Rocket and more towards spam cards. And this specific variation of log bait does incredibly well in the meta. It does great against Royal Giant, it does great against Graveyard, and it's just super well-rounded and versatile. So over the course of today's video, I'm going to be putting this deck to the test and showing you how to use it. So come along for the ride, and I promise we will get lots and lots of wins and maybe a loss or two. Right after I thank my channel members. Thank you so much, I love you. Alright, that's all I got. Let's get into the gameplay. Alright, in our first match of the video, with this super fun log bait deck, I mentioned that the #1 and #4 players were using it, but I didn't mention that one of those players was... what is his name? Ian77. Sorry, one of those players is Ian77. And I think I'm running Goblins, and I'm supposed to be running Goblin Gang. So those are some things that I will swap out in the next game. But other than that, the deck is still pretty good. We're going to be up here against, it kind of looks like Bridge Spam with like Ram Rider and maybe Evil Executioner. So we'll see how it goes. We kind of found ourselves on the back foot there. Kind of just a little bit of technical errors coming out the gate. Let's go like this here to keep my Princess alive. Beautiful. So despite having a pretty bad start, one of the things that's great about this deck, honestly, is the defense. It has a rock solid defense. We can go like this to keep my Princess alive. He's trying to keep the Princess alive. It's pretty hard, honestly, with them having Boss Bandit to ever expect that anything's going to live. But we do keep the Princess alive, and she goes down to Snowball here. That's okay with me because he used his bar barrel and his Snowball, so it should be awkward for him to defend the barrel here. I'm not saying we'll get a lot of damage, but he'll probably have to go like Ghost or something, and we'll probably get a guaranteed damage. Yeah, exactly. Good stuff. So just like that, we've almost made up our deficit. I need to be careful of the lightning. But Evo Dark Goblin in cycle is amazing. Let's go like this. He shouldn't be able to afford a lightning right away. Can do this. And Evo Dark Goblin just eats all of this up. I think I'm just going to let this go. Yeah, look at that. And we're going to go in with the Evo Goblin Barrel on the outside because we have a counter push. He spent a lot there. Nice, and he wasted it. He can't defend both sides. We're going to get damage on one lane or the other. We actually get an intense amount of damage. That is so much damage on that side. I was not expecting that. I know he has a lightning, so I'm going to go up high with the knight. Typically, they run lightning, snowball, and bar barrel. It's a really good start, despite my man having, you know, kind of catching me off guard at the start of the match. We've adapted very well. Let's go like this here. Log is the only direct damage I have on the tower. At least the only guaranteed direct damage on the tower. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get the knight up high here, and I'm an Inferno Tower like this. Just trying to mitigate, like I said, the lightning value that I can offer. I need Inferno to help out on the other side, please. Nah, it's not going to. Alright, let's pull it in here. Not the best sequence, but he ended up not lightninging. I was okay there. That sequence could have been better for me. I'm just going to reset here. Whenever you have a bad sequence with this deck, you need to kind of not go in. You need to reset, kind of acknowledge the mistakes or the flaws or whatever, and get a good reset out of it. Let's go like this. We can even keep the Dark Goblin alive by going for Goblins. And then we can do this. Ooh, that might have been a bad play. We'll see. We both kind of went all in at the same time. Goblins here, and then we can go for Log. Yeah, maybe a little too aggressive on my end, just judging by the output. Kind of feels like it might have been too aggressive. Let's go in with the Goblin Barrel. I can eat a little bit of Ghost damage just because he already got so much damage on the other lane. We're going to time this Ice Spirit really well, and this should get full countered. Okay, we're still in a good spot. Yeah, perfect. We got even damage on both lanes. Kind of going back and forth here. The only difference, well, not the only difference, but one of the differences is he has a big spell and I don't. So I can't necessarily just play passive. So let's apply a little bit of pressure here. This deck does play a little more aggressive than a lot of traditional log bait decks. Alright, we're going to log here onto the guards as well as the Boss Bandit. Try and get everything off the map, and we do successfully. We're going to go high Ice Spirit and then a Knight as well for the Ghost. Very, very good. I'm going to go Eye Tower here. I know he has a Lightning. If he Lightnings, it is not the end of the world because he doesn't break through. He does get chipped, but it's all good. Princess gets one shot on the tower. That's pretty big. We want to always be up by a few hundred damage just so we're not
cooked if he gets the lightning off. All right, we're going to go like this here. He doesn't have a NATO, so I can just go for like a high knight. We're back to an Evo barrel. Let's go ahead and play it now. I'm going to support this with goblins, even though it was timed horribly. He goes for the Evo snowball. Pretty good play, but those goblins still threaten damage on that tower. Dark Goblin locks on the opposite lane, and that's the exact lead that we were looking for. Let's go like this here because he's going to lightning. Oh, come on. No Ram Rider dash on the tower. Are you serious? Let's go like this. Princess to catch him off guard. And it indeed does catch him off guard. He has nothing to reset the princess. We can protect it. And we're going to be able to win this game because if he goes for the, what's it called? The bar barrel, he can't defend. Okay, nice, nice, nice. GG's to that guy. It was kind of a scrappy match. I'm not going to lie. I didn't play it perfect, but we had some really good sequences. So I'm going to keep it in there. We'll see you in the next one. All right, up here against I was going to say a Cola, but it's a Koala. Interesting to see the Dagger Duchess. Don't see... I guess you see a little bit of Dagger Duchess. What you don't see is Cannoneer. So let's cycle this log. Try and figure out what my opponent's running. Dagger Duchess and Zap almost always means Goblin Giant. And if that was the case, I'm kind of bummed that I don't have my Rocket. I would definitely like Rocket in this matchup. He might even go in just in front of this. I'm going to have to be careful. Let's go like this. Yeah, whatever. It is going to be Goblin Giant Sparky. If you see Dagger Duchess, like, I feel like this is the one Dagger Duchess deck that I see a lot of. I can go like this because the Ewiz is going to get blocked. That's really important part of this interaction, even with the Zap, we're okay. So he does have 2 resets for the Inferno, but, like, if you play defense properly, you can block them. So a lot of people will just not block for the Ewiz, and then they just get destroyed. But you can see there, the Knight is actually very pivotal in the defensive sequences because you can use the Knight to block for your Inferno tower. Alright, not a bad start. This might end up being one of those 5-minute matches where the game just lasts for a really long time. Because I can't really get damage, and he can't really get damage either. And I just misplaced that knight. Dang, dude. That's 2 times I've just, like, butchered the micro interaction, so that's all good. He used his rage, so I'm going to do this. And we're actually going to do split lane pressure because he needs to spend on the barrel. Yeah, exactly. Nice. And we wasted the Evo Zap. Well, we got him to waste his Evo Zap, is what I was trying to say. English. Nice, that's really good. He definitely wants to be using the Evo Zap for a push, so if we can get it out on defense, that's great for us. I don't mind that got damage. It's going to be a 1-tower game anyway. Pretty much it always is with bait. If you're doing your job right, it's always a 1-tower match. So you can sack damage here and there, and it's not the end of the world. Dark Goblin's going to be really clutch on defense here. I can kite these back as well. We can go barrel on the counter push. See how he defends this, maybe Rage or, yeah, Ewiz. And that's going to get licked by the poison, I think. No, it doesn't, but it's not a big deal. Ewiz one-shots the Electro or the Spirit now, so you just have to be careful on defense. Okay, let's reset. Interesting. This should take out the Sparky, which is nice. He probably figured it out, but I obviously do not have a... I don't have a rocket, so he can kind of just spam me like that. But if you pull everything into the middle, as I kind of failed to do a second time there, you're usually okay on defense. I'm going to Knight to retarget the Z-Barb, or try to retarget the Z-Barb. That was pretty scary, but we obviously lived, so it's fine. The match is never over in this matchup until it's over, because he doesn't have a big spell, so it's not like he can spell cycle. Nice E-Spirit Rage, and he still eats tons of Goblin damage. That is so much damage. I can't believe he just took it. Just took it like a good boy. Okay, let's go like this. We're fine. Yep. Let's go I-Tower like this. And if he does go in, we have the Evo Dark Goblin, which absolutely just demolishes the push. So let's go ahead and do that. Pretty bad timing for him to go in, because this is all just going to get cooked right away. We can log, and then we can go for Ice Spirit to eat the shot here. And then we can go for a gang, and we can go barrel as well. Let's see how he defends this. Yeah, it goes for an Ewiz. Makes sense. Let's go Knight. Oh, maybe that's a bad Knight. He just is going to go E-Barbs. I'm just going to let it go. Yeah, if I supported that any further, yo boy might have been in trouble. We can go Dark Goblin like this just to get back to another barrel. And even with the Rage, these are not going to break through. Beautiful. Okay, let's go like this, and we're going to pre-log, maybe hit like a Dark Prince or something. Yeah, exactly. He took the shield off the Dark Prince. That's perfect. Now, we're in a really good position. He really only breaks through if we make a mistake, unless he has like a Pocket Lightning or something, but I would doubt that because he has the zap too. And once again, we just have to block for this E-Wiz and we're going to be okay even if he zaps. Once he zaps, then we can go for our small spell. And even if he rages, he's just going to probably spam me here. So as long as we have good micro placements, he's not going to be able to break through and log finishes off the game. So GG's, that's absolutely our matchup. We have a great matchup there. Good composure at the end. We'll see you in the next one. All right, up here against Sanguino, I can see the appeal of this deck. Like, it just is so strong, and like it kind of feels like a control deck in essence. I mean, you're controlling the tempo, you're controlling the pace. Like that last match, there was never really a moment where I felt like I was going to lose. I knew he didn't have a big spell. I knew that if I played it well, he just wasn't going to be able to break through. And I feel like that's what this deck is all about in essence. So it's really cool. It's really fun to play. I know people hate on bait, but I feel like that's because they hate losing most of the time. You know what I mean? Hey, pretty good spacing because... Oh, dang. I wasn't expecting that Firecracker. Pretty good spacing just to keep that Valkyrie off of our tower. I would love a King Tower activation here. I don't think we're going to get it. Oh, yes, we will. Low Dark Goblin will activate King Tower, I think. Beautiful. So it's going to be Hog, but Hog Poison, which is just weird. I don't see a lot of Hog Poison. With King Tower activated, that's going to pay dividends over the course of the match. So, Cat's out of the bag. We know he's running Hog, Poison, Firecracker. Weird. This is much better for us than the normal Hog deck. Just got to make sure we don't give him too much spell value. And we'll be okay. Interesting. Very, very interesting. By interesting, I mean weird. It's a weird deck. Okay. See what he does. Interesting. Alright, I'm going to go Inferno Tower early because it's going to defend well against both of these troops. So, fine. Wasn't expecting that, but it is what it is. You have good defense. Let's pull this knight up, pull everything away. Fair enough. Oh, go behind the knight. Go behind the knight. Go behind the knight. Shoot the... Nope, okay. That's all good. That Firecracker, the little Firecracker that could. Alright, we're going to get ready here. He's probably going to go in. He doesn't, so we just log and we reset here. His deck... Okay, watch out for the Firecracker now. Nah, he doesn't do it. Fair enough. Alright, let's apply some pressure here. This man's deck makes no sense. I'm not saying it's bad, it's original, I'll give him that. Let's pull everything in here. It kind of looks like he used like a random deck generator, you know what I'm talking about? That's just what the deck looks like. And no disrespect either, I just like making an objective observation that the deck is very unorthodox. Okay, let's see, we're going to get great damage on that lane. Just really hard for him to like break through, at least from the looks of it. This will go ahead and pull everything in. And he goes for a zap there. It's not the end of the world because we have a Knight in cycle. And we're going to do this. And we're going to log on to everything. And this bomb is going to blow up. And once it does, we're going to go for a gang over to the side. Like I said, if we play good defense, it's like not super easy for him to break through. I wish I could provide more insight on the matchup tree, but I've never played against this deck. So shout out to this guy for being this high up and running this boofy deck. Alright, we're going to go low Knight here. I'm mindful of a Firecracker. He might go for like a cheeky Firecracker or a cheeky Freeze or something. I went Dark Goblin because I was Freeze paranoid. I'm going to be honest with y'all. High Eye Tower to DPS this down early. Nice. I'm glad that we did. He had to go for defensive Hogs. And that giant skeleton just got shredded. Beautiful. That also got shredded. So let's go and pressure with the gang. And I'm in control. I mean, I really do feel as though it would take a pretty big flub for us to lose this match. Maybe something with the giant skeleton or a zap. There's just really no way for him to break through our eye tower. Or like a Firecracker connection. I'm going to predict the Firecracker. Yeah, there it is. Exactly. She's gone now. So that's what I was going to say. That's the only way I feel like we lose is some cheese like that. So let's go in. You can't ignore that left side. It'll take the entire tower if he does. Nice, he had to zap on it. That's what I'm talking about. Nice, we get the Firecracker out. Let's get ready here. We can pre-Inferno Tower because he really has to go in at this point in the match. And Poison, dude, how do you run Piggy's Poison? Like, there's just no great way for you to break through. Like, you need Earthquake, you need Lightning. Poison takes too long, in my opinion. I'm going to go Dark Goblin and Knight to block for a Firecracker. And the reason I did that is because it's going to just poison up this lane, and he doesn't want to push into a poison lane. Oh my gosh, that Dark Goblin, dude, you gotta do something. Okay, we can go like this here. We can Dark Goblin in the corner because he has to poison if he wants any chance of breaking through. We'll pull this back. We can go for the high gang. And this is a nightmare matchup for my boy. At least it feels that way. At least it is. And pretty good control. That's what this deck can do, man. You can beat these random homemade decks by just dominating the tempo. So satisfying match. We'll see you in the next one. Alright, up here against this player, they don't have any accolades other than a top 400 finish, so your boy might be cooked. Let's go ahead and drop this spirit here. Oh, they're running the Evo Witch. How fun. How lucky am I to be playing against Evo Witch? And how lucky am I that I cycled my princess in the wrong lane? How foolish of me. I want to try and block bridge. Nice, princess is actually helping out. Dude, there's a witch graveyard spear goblin hut deck that is all over, and dude, it is so frustrating. I'm surprised he didn't poison that. He's gonna have to drop a bar barrel or something. Yeah. But yeah, this is the deck. It's really popular right now. It's really annoying, but we should actually do pretty good against it. We just don't have a great answer for the Evo Witch. It's not like we have a Valkyrie or anything. So Evo Witch will be tough. Evo Dark Goblin's gonna be our best friend on defense. I don't think this deck runs Tornado, though. I don't know if I have to play the barrel in the safe spot or not. Apparently I do. Fortunately, Tornado has been nerfed a little bit, so we get some chip. I princess opposite the lane that I'm going, because if he poisons it, he's committing to going opposite lane, which would be great for me. I don't want him going same lane. I'm going to cycle this to get to my Evo Dark Goblin. I want my Evo Dark Goblin in hand when he has his Evo Witch in rotation. Should be an easy defense. I'm going to try and get the Ice Spirit or the Ice Wizard here. No, he just goes for a Knight. Okay, fair enough. It's all good. Might go in here. Wouldn't be a horrible play. That's what I'm talking about with the Evo Witch. Okay, whenever the Evo Witch is down, I instantly shift into defense. You need to respect this card. Like, it is so broken, frankly. Like, you just need to respect this card. Nice, nice. And that's exactly what we needed to have that poison the witch. Please, dude, get this card out of here. She lives forever! Dude! Oh my gosh, yeah. Even the poisoned witch, man, just did not want to die. It's frustrating. Evo Knight I can deal with a little bit because we have the Eye Tower, but witch is just brutal, in my opinion. Goes for the poison. I don't know how I feel about that because now he can't really go in for a graveyard. Like, he just can't because he can't poison any of this. Like, he can NATO it, but that's about it. And that doesn't really do that much. So that's why I don't know about the pre-poison play in particular. But that's all good. He still defended no problem, so I'm sure he's fine. And now I don't have an Evo Dark Goblin in cycle, so this is going to be a brutal defense. Like, this is going to be an awful defense. I'm going to try and block bridge. Okay, we do. But even afterwards, I'm like, how am I going to defend this witch? I'm going to go for a log and hopefully a well-timed Ice Spirit. Let's go gang here. I have to dump my entire elixir bar, like, just to defend this card. It's so crazy, dude. It's so, I mean, it's frustrating. This should keep that bar barrel from getting a shot, at least I think. Nice. Oi, 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 oi. Okay, let's go Knight. I'm going to go Inferno Tower to block. Maybe he was predicting a princess. I think that's definitely what was happening. Alright, we can go like this. I feel like I really can maybe make something happen when I have my Evo barrel in hand. Alright. Which is now. But even now, I'm like, no, I changed my mind. I don't think I can make anything happen. Right, let's get aggressive here. I mean, like, I have to try something. I can't just keep playing the same game. Nice, that's great damage. We finally get good damage. The witch gets poisoned. Let's log this Ice Wizard over to the opposite lane. That did not go to the opposite lane. You were supposed to go to the opposite lane. Either way, that's huge damage. Nice, okay. Okay. Cool. Failed King Tower activation. That's nice for us. I'm going to block bridge here because he's going to want to go in. If this can keep my princess alive, we can go for a low Dark Goblin here. We can go Ice Spirit. He doesn't have Bar Barrel in cycle. Nice. Really good sequences here. We're actually playing hella clean. Oh, except the witch is splashing on my tower. No. Okay. I do still need to defend, though. Oh, this is nasty. Nasty for him, I mean, not for me. Let's go barrel like this. I should have gone real barrel on the other side. That was dumb. I don't know why I fake barreled. I guess he bar barreled anyway, so it doesn't matter. I need to not take any graveyard damage here, otherwise I think I'd lose. Let's log here. Oh, please get this card out of here. No way we won this matchup, dude. Good game. That's a really tough matchup. I'm not even going to cap. I think that's... I don't know. This deck can win any matchup, though. That's the way that it goes. So I'm super happy with how we played against a top 500, 400 player. We'll see you in the next match. All right, up here against Storm. Don't know much about him, but his name's Storm. Man, I do love me some Logbait decks. Okay. Not a bad starting play. I'm going to go barrel over here like this. I want to find out if he has NATO. Looks like he will. Whenever you see Magic Archer, they almost always have NATO. Just because of the synergy, you can kind of assume that. My man said, well played. Thanks, I guess. Don't appreciate the sarcasm. I can try and get King Tower activated. I think I mistimed that. This might activate, actually. Lol. That's a crazy activation. That's actually so good in this matchup in particular. Because they usually rock Miner. That only works if the Magic Archer is on, like, the inside position. If you know what I mean. Has to be on the inside tile for that activation to work. Okay, let's go barrel here. Maybe we can get some chip. No, we cannot get any chip. Princess here. Kind of looks like a Goblin Drill deck from the look-sees of it. We'll go like this here. It would be a pretty bad Tornado in my opinion. Just lets it go. Goblin Drill or Minor Poison, I'm not sure. Something. We haven't seen the Poison come out yet, so don't really know. I think it would be kind of an overextension to protect this Princess. I could have, but I'm just going to let it go. I would like this Dark Goblin to live, though. That would not be an overextension. Let's do this. And I want him to just ignore that other side. No, he doesn't, but we get good damage. Okay, I need to watch out for a Marcher here. I already have King Tower activated, so I can just go for a low Knight. And then Ice Spirit on this. And I don't think he can afford, like, he pressured at 0, I'm pretty certain. Yeah. Nah, Ram Rider gets a little bit of damage. All good, though. I'm going to go in here because the Knight is going to help tank for this barrel. And I don't think he has Bar Barrel and Cycle, just those guards, so that's great. It's very, very good. Pretty good decision making. Mega Knight was not on my bingo card, I'm going to be honest. It was not on my bingo card of what my opponent was going to be running. I'm going to let this go because I don't want to I don't want to overextend in the same lane because he's just going to plop a Mega Knight down. He might just pop a Mega Knight down, we'll see. Right, let's do this. And reset. We almost always want a Princess down in this matchup. Princess is very, very annoying for him to deal with. Oftentimes. My man said good game. I don't know if he's saying, like, I'm going to lose. Maybe he saw the eye tower and is like, oh yeah, like, this matchup's bad for me. I don't know how to interpret that statement, but it's fine. Alright, let's go ahead. Let's do this, actually. Should be awkward for him to defend both sides properly. I mean, he even put a log in his deck. Like, you think he'd have more confidence in himself to be able to win this matchup, but apparently not. Not my best Dark Goblin, but it'll do. Yeah, it'll do. I definitely don't want to be going same lane, so I think I've done enough damage, or the damage difference is so nominal that I can just switch lanes. Like I said, almost always having a Princess down. I think we really would... we would probably only get cooked here if he gets like a crazy Magic Archer lineup. Kind of like the one I just gave him, so we'll see. Yeah, it's going to be bad, actually. Because of the Marcher. Let's go like this to block a Marcher, maybe. Okay, no, that's okay. I'm actually less scared of the Light Lane and more scared of the Marcher lineup. I'm telling you, that is, in this matchup, that is the more meaningful of the two. Let's go like this, and Dark Goblin's going to tank for the barrel. If it crosses, ooh, nice, really good timing. Cool, and we've successfully gotten enough damage to switch into that lane, if we want it. Once again, all I'm thinking about is the Magic Archer. That is the card. Let's go early Eye Tower here. I might go... This looks so weird, but I want to poison this. And it'll just deter him from pushing into this lane at all. At least it should. Lol. Nice lightning guy. Let's go barrel here. He wasted his log as well. So I'm going to go ahead and apply pressure because he might spam on that side. I can't afford Mega Knight. Has to go defensive Ram Rider. I do need to be careful, though, because he can start lightning cycle if I'm not careful. Okay, let's get another Dark Goblin down here. Okay, I can't let him lightning cycle me. Or get... Yep, there it is. That's what I'm talking about. I can't allow such a thing. Yep, we're good. We actually have enough damage where he can't break through. So GG's. He should have been more aggressive with his magic archers. Like, he should have realized that was his only win condition. Like, to be honest. So, he played it okay. Could have played it better. More magic archer and he could have cooked me. But either way, satisfied with how we played. We'll see you in our next game. Alright, in our final match of the video against this player, this deck's been really fun. All of the matches have gone kind of long, but that's the way that this deck goes. So hopefully you've enjoyed the content. I feel like the games have been really good today. Like, I haven't necessarily played perfect, but the games have been enjoyable, you know? Okay, we're going to eat one hog shot here because of my cycle. It is what it is. But we should be pretty good against hog. It kind of depends on the variant, though, but we should be okay. Fine with a little bit of damage over there. Hog what is the question? Hog Executioner usually means like NATO, Rocket, Lightning or something, but not always. Man, dude, I've played against enough Giant Skeleton in this video. Don't make me play against this deck anymore, please. Alright. My cycle's kind of awkward to defend. Like I said, NATO is always an option when you see Executioner and Hog. Pretty much just a given. Alright, so at a bit of a deficit, but I would think that this matchup would be fine for us. I do miss having like a rocket or a big spell, but Evo Barrel kind of makes up for that in my opinion. Okay, let's do this right away. Don't yet know what his big spell is. So I'm going to opt to be a little aggressive here because we have Evo Barrel. Oh, cross the bridge, cross the bridge. That's beautiful. Like it's taking from both sides. Ooh, Ice Spirit Jump, not on the tower though. Great damage, great damage. That's what I'm talking about. Is you don't have a rocket, but you have an Evo Barrel, which almost always guarantees damage. Okay, let's be careful here. We can go Dark Goblin. These should cancel out. It's fine. Alright. I feel like he has a Lightning. It just feels like a deck that would run a Lightning. I don't know how to describe it. I don't know how to describe it. We can go Inferno Tower early. If he goes Hog on this side, we can push it over to the Inferno. Fudge. Okay, that is bad for us. That's really bad for us, actually. Whatever. Whatever. Okay, good to know. Good to know he has what his spells are, like I said. Alright. Princess gonna get a little bit of chip over yonder. Good, I'll take that. Fine with this interaction. Hog behind the giant skeleton can be difficult for us. I think that's what he should be doing. That's like a really good way for him to break through. But he's not playing to his strengths in that way. Okay. No giant skeleton on the tower, please. Okay, good, good, good. Good stuff. Let's get a princess down here. I'm going to try and get my king tower activated off of this. Yeah, we should be able to. That was a pretty bad hog, in my opinion, because we're just going to get an easy king tower activation. Yeah, I mean, he gets a free earthquake, but we get a free king tower activation, so probably worth it on our end. Okay, we're going to once again be aggressive here. I want him to over-defend the right side, because the left side is kind of like our sneaky damage. Yep. Excellent. All according to plan. Okay, we can pre-place eye tower here. And that should pull in the hog. Nice. Again, all good, all good, all good. My man's not breaking through. We have a pretty healthy lead. I thought the Inferno Tower was going to block that bomber shot. Unfortunate. Good defense by my opponent. Let's cycle this log here. Alright. Let's pull this back. I don't want this bomb blowing up on my tower. I need to be careful of a hog here. Nope. Should be all good. Let's go Dark Goblin and try and snipe this bomber. Okay. We do not snipe the bomber, but we might find something even better in keeping our princess alive. His deck is really expensive, so whenever he has to waste elixir like that, that's really good for us. Alright, we're going to apply split lane pressure here. You can see the benefit of having the option of going both lanes is really, really big in this matchup. Okay. Probably going to go in behind this. Once again, finally actually utilizing No, he's not going in. Bro, go in behind. Thank you. I'm like, go in behind your giant skeleton. Jeez Louise, man. Just a little too late, huh? Okay, let's go high eye tower as well. Maybe not our best high eye tower, but it'll get the job done. See, these are the pushes right here that I'm like, yeah, that's what I'm scared of. But we still defended really well. Let's pressure opposite lane. I don't want to keep going same lane. High Evo Dark Goblin's going to cook everything because he can't afford something to take it down right away. Beautiful. And as long as he doesn't break through here, which he can't, we're going to secure the match. So GG's to that guy. I think he needed to use his giant skeleton a little better than he did, but that's still a hard matchup for him. So anyways, another 5-minute game, but we played so good, so we're going to hold that dub, and I'll see you in the outro. And that's going to do it for today's video. Here's the deck one more time. In case you want to try it for yourself, you can take a screenshot. I'll link it in the YouTube description as well. So thank you so much for watching. If you've made it to the outro, you're a real one. You're my favorite. But really, thank you for supporting the channel. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I hope to see you in another Durkee video real soon. Peace out!